everybody, it's Melanie, and it is time for another story subscriber time. This one also comes from the same aunt who wishes to remain anonymous. So again, thank you. I'm hoping that I can convince her before I put this video up to actually go take a picture of this house that I'm about to tell you about, where the story took place. This one is kind of long, so I do have the story up on my phone. So if I'm referring to that, it's because I don't want to get any of the details wrong. These things happened to my mom's side of the family. Like I said, I don't ever recall my dad talking about any of this. So sit back and enjoy a little bit more of something spooky that's happened to my family in the past. Oh, and my mother was a part of this story. However, growing up, she absolutely refused to tell me the story. I think my sister got part of it out of her at one point, but she would not tell me the story. To this day, she will not tell me what happened. This is the reason, if you've seen my paranormal sleepover video, why I refused to touch a Ouija board that my sister and cousin had brought into the house, because I knew how much trouble I would be in. This is the reason why she hates Ouija boards. I'm just going to use first initials. Okay, so this happened in the summer of about 1970. M, D, T, T, D, and cousin Z were all sitting in our bedroom in a circle on one of our beds. I was about 6 years old when this happened, so I'm just telling you what I remember. I remember them getting the Ouija board out, and then T and Z began talking. T had a Rockwood Tigers jacket on that had a tiger head and tiger paws on the back of it. So the tiger was the mascot for the local sports teams where they lived. All of a sudden, the tiger paws moved down her back and scratched her back really bad. They kept talking to the Ouija board, however. I would have stopped right there. I would have been, nope, I'm out. But they kept on talking to the Ouija board, and it was really dark in the room. Now, this house was very old. It was built in the 1800s. There was an attic that we could never get to, but you always heard noises up there. You could hear people walking, rocking chairs, all kinds of stuff, all the time. But we just got used to it. That being said, all of us sisters shared one bedroom and one closet. The closet had a glass doorknob. I don't know why I remember that. But when you opened the closet, there was a room made out of bricks. There was an old boarded up fireplace in our closet. This closet was spooky anyway, and we always slept with the door shut. Don't blame you, it sounds really spooky. I would sleep with the door shut and locked if I could. Anyway, they kept talking, and all of a sudden the closet door opened on its own, and a woman in an old-fashioned wheelchair, wearing a white nightgown and a little bob cap on her head, was being pushed out of the closet by an old-fashioned looking nurse. It freaked us out. Well, I don't blame you. I would be freaked out too. And M and T jumped up and ran out of the bedroom to find Mama. We tell Mama what we saw, and she told us that it was just Aunt Agnes. Okay. Aunt Agnes had died in the house in the late 1950s or early 1960s. The house belonged to Uncle Carl, and he had let us live there for free. Before he owned it, Mr. Neal, our neighbor's grandfather, had built the house. I don't know all the history of the house, but there was a dark room in the basement, and the basement also terrified us. Aren't basements usually terrifying? Leave a comment below. Which is scarier, attics or basements? That's all I can remember. If your mom would give you more details, she won't. That would be good, because I don't know what happened after T and I ran out. She was around 8 at the time, so she would remember a whole lot more. But I know that a couple of weeks after Uncle Carl passed away, around 1978, he came to visit. Multiple ghost stories here. He would always come in our back door, which was the kitchen door, and say hi to Mama and welcome to the living room and sit down. 2 weeks after his funeral, Mama was in the kitchen cooking. Uncle Carl came in and Mama said, "Hi, Carl." And he just turned around and walked into the living room and sat down. After that, she goes into a few more family details that I'm not going to put in the video for privacy reasons. So 2 ghost stories here, really. The one about the Ouija board and Aunt Agnes gets pushed out of the closet. She's been dead for years. And then Uncle Carl, who shows up 2 weeks after his funeral, and my mama was just like, "Oh, hey, Carl. Come in. Have a seat. You're dead, but it's okay." Welcome to the haunted side of my family. We attract so many ghosts, and so many things happen that are so strange and so weird. Thank you for the story time. I am glad I finally know the story. Like I said, my mom won't tell me about it. She won't talk about it. She won't give me any details. So I am glad I finally know what it's about. I'm sure at the time that it was absolutely terrifying, but the way that she reacts to being asked about it, I thought something worse had happened. And maybe it did after my aunt left the room. Maybe something else happened that I don't know about. If I ever get that story, you'll get that story. So again, if you have a story and you'd like me to tell it, please let me know. Write me an email. It's in the description box below. If you just like to tell me a story, because I love to hear ghost stories, again, write me an email. Just specify, "Hey, please tell my story." "Hey, I just want to tell you a story." Also specify if you would like to remain anonymous or not. All of my social media is at the end of this video, so please stick around for that. Also, I am ShiveringShimmy on TikTok. Look me up. We can be friends on TikTok. Even though I don't post a lot, I do watch a lot, so maybe I can give you some views. I think that's it for this story subscriber time. Stay tuned. We do have the candy corn video coming up, and we are doing something on the 30th that I'm hoping we are going to be allowed to video so that I can get it up on Halloween Day. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So fingers crossed that we're allowed to video during that. So there's couple more videos coming up this month. And then I guess that'll be it for Vlogoween this year. It's been a little strange this year. This whole year has been really just out of whack. I'm hoping things get back on track soon. Fingers crossed. But until next time, bye.